Hi, how's it going, friends? I'm Darkoburi, the collector, and today we're going to do the unboxing of the Joker. This figure is an exclusive edition, and honestly, as you can see, the box is amazing. What can we expect from the figure? It's going to be an awesome figure, a really good size, and just with the design here on the box, we've already got a lot. Honestly, I was blown away, but let's read what it says here. Museum Masterline Joker, which is the Joker. Here it's called El Guason, and if you're from Spain, remember it's El Bromas. So, let's not get confused here, Joker or Guason for us. Here there's a series of jokes the Joker makes, like when he draws put on a happy face and does it with lipstick. What? Because remember that the Joker had a certain mental illness, and he always said you had to be happy, but as the movie goes on, we find out why. I'm not going to tell you right now, let's move forward a little more. On this side, I'm going to turn it around. Honestly, the figure is amazing. The box is super huge. I'm also going to show you a close-up of the creators of this piece. Honestly, thank you so much. Here, finally, we can see Prime 1 Studio. Thank you very much. This piece, honestly, is impressive. And also on Darkoburi's channel, we're going to have one of the Joker as well, Joaquin Phoenix's from J&D Studios. So, stick around because later on we're going to have another Joker piece, which is from one of the movies where, honestly, he really nailed it in such an impressive way by having this villain in his own solo film. But it wasn't just about carnage. It wasn't like, oh, let's destroy the whole world. Instead, it had its own sequence and logic, and honestly, it makes us empathize with the villain. We understand him, and at some point, a lot of people even said, well, I want to be like him. No, that's not true. Nobody wanted to be like him because he was seriously ill. And now we're going to see it. This is the surprise, so you can check it out, how the preview of the figure is going to look. This is how the figure is going to look. Once again, we have the Museum Masterline Joker, the Joker from DC. Obviously, here's the Joker. These stairs that became super famous, but this is the bonus version. Here we have Prime 1 Studios, and the last thing left is this part, the live show here of Murray Franklin. And here we have the ending that Murray had in the movie. The last thing missing from the box is this, the top part, which is super important because this tells us which piece we have. It's number 124 out of 2,600. Keep in mind that they only made 2,600 pieces of this Joker here for Prime 1 Studio, and down here at the bottom we just have the logo. So, a unique piece. Honestly, we're going to enjoy it a lot. I'm going to lower the box a bit here, and now let's bring this part over here, which is the important one. Alright, this is really heavy. Here's everything that comes with the figure. Remember, we always get this little envelope. This is where our certificate will be. We'll open all of this in a moment. I just want to show off a bit. Let me do it. The front part of the box here, if you look at it vertically, I completely disappear from the camera. It's the Joker. He's right there, fully featured on our piece. Here it is, the Joker from DC Prime 1 Studios. Let's start opening up the parts. Let's take off these awesome zip ties. Look. Oof. That's the sound every collector wants to hear, because it means you're about to unbox your piece. Let me take off the zip ties and set up the piece so nothing inside falls out. It's been handled with extreme care down to the tiniest detail, but you'll see that for yourselves right here on the channel. And now, once we've taken it apart, there are two pieces, just like with all diorama figures. Here's the part representing the scene from the movie. On this side we have the base, and on this side we'll have the Joker. Obviously, we'll have to set up the base first so we can add all the other accessories, but in the little bag that came separately, the first thing we had was this. If you remember that part in the movie where it said, "Don't forget smile," and he crosses it out to make it say, "Don't smile." Here we have the little card from when he's talking and playing with a kid on the bus, making faces at him, and the mom says, "Hey, stop bothering my son." Then he starts laughing because he had this paranoia where every time he got nervous, the Joker would start laughing, or in this case, Arthur Fleck would start laughing, a compulsive, nervous laugh, and from laughing so much, his vocal cords were already hurt, so sometimes he'd start coughing. So this is where he hands her the little card and says, "Hey, I'm not laughing at you, I have a mental condition. Read the card, and when you're done, give it back." Here we have this little paper that tells us how to assemble the figure. I don't know if you want spoilers or not, but here it goes. This is how you put together the final Joker figure. Right now, we're going to do it step by step with our cheat sheet. And the last thing we have on this side is the photo of the Wayne family, where the confrontation with the father takes place. And over here we have a photograph of the mother. It's a photograph, and on the other side it's the same, so the front part looks translucent, and it just says, "Love your smile." So, I love your smile. This is what came in this part here, set aside separately. Let's see if the number for our copy of this collector's edition is here, and we're going to carefully take out all the pieces to set up the scene here for the Prime 1 Studios Joker piece. If we look at the base, which starts with the stairs, we just have a bit of trash here. If you look, here are some papers, what looks like a dented can. And down here we're going to have some garbage bags. So, let's start assembling the rest of the accessories here. What's interesting about this, even if you can't see it, let me take it out. Each piece has a shape so you don't get confused. They fit together super easily, as you can see, without any problem. But if you turn the piece over, it won't take any time to take it out. So be very careful not to let your piece fall. There was an earthquake in Japan recently, honestly. Shout out to our friends over in Japan, whose collectible pieces in their rooms all fell down. So, don't doubt that this one could fall too. You have to be careful with that. Let's take this one out. These are the notes that went here. The Joker was writing everything down. You can literally see the handwriting, where he starts writing his jokes. One of the parts one like the most is when Murray is showing the video and says, "Hey, now nobody's laughing, right?" And he says, "Well, no, nobody's laughing." This tabloid, which honestly made me really mad. They steal the tabloid from him. Here, there are 3 pieces of the tabloid. They still steal it from him. They still hit him. They still tear it up. And they still want to make him pay for it. I mean, they say, "Hey, well, they beat me up." No way, come on. Here are pieces of the tabloid. Remember, he was spinning it outside the store, doing his juggling tricks. He wasn't dressed like the character, he was just made up differently, but here he is. Honestly, I was about to bring out the Joker here, but my team told me, "Hey, Darkoburi, for jokes like this, use Arthur Fleck." Knock, knock. I said, "Who is it?" He told me, "There's something under the base." So, we can't leave without checking out the base here. It's the number of our piece, check it out. These are the jokes that came in the box, that are in the notebook. If you look closely, I'll leave it here for a moment. And it's number 124 out of 2,600. Once again, thank you Prime 1 Studios, Blitzway. Here are the jokes and here it is. Let's see it all together, it's awesome. Too bad that once the figure is assembled, you won't be able to see it anymore. It's just super awesome. I took this apart so it wouldn't fall. Man, I'm even getting anxious to take it out right now. Let's go. Here goes the Joker, very carefully. We have the bag again. I'll show it to you a bit. There with the Joker logo. If you notice, it even has its desiccant packets in there. I almost feel like it's a ventriloquist dummy, because the suit is made of fabric. Let's take it out little by little. We don't want to damage the piece. Here's the suit, if you look. The Joker is only going to be supported by this piece. Here's the little suit. You can see he didn't iron it enough for Murray's show. And let's look at the jacket here. If you notice, it opens up. We can also lift the other parts so you can see the shirt, the vest, here, the sleeves. The whole suit is just impressive. Let's check out the vest buttons here, the front buttons. sorry, here on the suit, the jacket, the vest, and here you also have the buttons. Let's put it on without further delay. Now, very carefully. Don't you fall on me, Joker. Because now you have to be at your absolute best. Let's check this out. How impressive. Look at his eyes. Let's take a look at the eyes on this piece. So awesome. Look at the expression on his face. Even the teeth, slightly crooked, yellow, just like the Joker had from smoking so much. Here, his eyes look so vivid. Honestly, they even shine. It really does look like it. Look at how the eyebrows are painted, how the makeup is done and everything else. And where there's no makeup anymore, if you notice, here you can see the skin color right here on the ears, and the hair is painted and styled green. This figure is just absolutely brilliant. The eyes are looking upward. He's totally tripping out in this scene, completely ecstatic. And honestly, the attention to detail from the folks at Prime 1 Studio is just amazing. Let's carefully put the head on here. There we go. Check out the impressive size of this piece. Let's lift it up so you can really compare the figure to the size of Darkoburi here. Look, it's literally half of Darkoburi. The figure is just stunning. These guys at Prime 1 Studios really outdid themselves. Why? Just look at the socks, the knees, they didn't miss a single detail. Check out the sock, the shoes, the laces. Let's do a close-up here on the shoe itself. Just look at how perfectly polished it is. Arthur's got them absolutely spotless, that's for sure. It's his time to shine because he's about to go on a Murray show. And over here on this side, if you look, his socks too, and the suit is made entirely of fabric. Here, the suit, like it said in the info sheet, has some wires so you can adjust it and keep it looking like this, as if the wind is blowing. Now that we've taken out all the accessories that came in the other part, honestly, there are quite a lot of them. First, I'm going to show you this little rat that's back here. As we saw, behind the stairs there were some garbage bags. So, here we have a little rat. Here we have the weapon, which is a revolver he used. When he started laughing there in the subway, suddenly some Wall Street guys started messing with him and beat him up. Arthur Fleck says, "That's it, I'm fed up with this world and its people." And boom, he started killing them, and that was what set everything off. Let's remember that afterwards he goes to the hospital with his mom and all that. We have this, which is what they wore, now during the protests, like, oh, you know what? They're protesting against this whole thing. They had their faces painted. What? Because after he killed those people, these masks started being used in protests, and this is the bonus item that came for making an early pre-order. I mean, since I ordered it really early, and you can tell by the number that honestly, I didn't take long to pre-order it. You get this. They tell us that we can include it, so now we can actually put it on our Joker's face here. But honestly, no, they also say, you can put it down here underneath and there's no problem. Honestly, I'm never going to touch this. The face is amazing, the eyes are so lifelike. I'm not going to ruin it by putting this on. Really, thanks for the detail, but honestly, the way they made it is flawless. Now, it comes with 4 hands. If you notice, here's one pair and here's another pair. With this pair here, for example, we can put the little card that came with it, the one that says, "Hey, I have an illness and I cough." You can put it in the little hand here without any problem. We'll take a look at all the hand details in a moment, which honestly are also amazing. Here's the magician's trick, the wand that you wave and roses appear. We have this wand. This bag, if you look, is a bag, let's say, like those old cloth bags people used to carry things in. But check out the color, it looks super dirty, honestly it's awesome. And look, it has a little zipper here in the front. Honestly, and you can actually open it. You know, honestly, it tells you right there, you can put several things inside. If you want to store your pieces in there, no problem, the zipper opens. Honestly, I'm doing it carefully so I don't break it. And this is what came inside. And you can also put the cigarette in one of his hands. Remember, Arthur Fleck used to smoke a lot. So, here comes the cigarette, giving the effect that it's lit. Let's put the Joker over here on this side. We're also going to pose like him, like this, victorious. Honestly, like I said, since the piece came like this, that's how we're going to set it up. Let's turn the base a little bit here, and there it goes. The first little hand is magnetized. It has a small magnet. Let's check out the second one here. Put it on. Done. Look, even the nails have that little white part at the end, just like the Joker's nails. We can leave the notes here and put the gun on him, which are two of the iconic parts. The notes are from when he's with the psychologist up until they take away his medication. And he tells her that he was supposed to take notes, and he says, "Hey, you know what? In my notes, I want to be a comedian. My career as a comedian, I used to write down jokes and suddenly, it was like the jokes weren't really jokes anymore." And we'll put the little bag here on this side. Let's arrange it here at the Joker's feet. And back here they told us, you can hide the mask here. Let's place it like this. If you notice, it's not like other pieces that have to be snapped in. You just place them however you see they fit. Let's put this. This one we'll put in front, though it doesn't want to stay still there. We'll leave this broken thing here. How about we put the little red here next to what are basically the garbage bags? How about we leave the don't smile card down here? And if we're not going to smile, let's leave him the clown mask. And now, let me present to you this masterpiece from Prime 1 Studios, The Joker. After having admired the figure, which is stunning, the only detail our friends missed here is the connection between the arm and the forearm. The forearm looks completely smooth against the skin here, which is fully outlined with veins from the arm, well, from the hand, sorry. So, here's our Joker. Let's make sure he's looking upwards. I'm still amazed by the eyes. Impressive, the piece is just incredible. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, honestly, it's just awesome. If you think it deserves a 10, leave it in the comments. Honestly, for me, it's amazing. We also have some Darko shoutouts that people wrote to us, saying, "Hey, Darkoburi, can you send me a shoutout?" Of course. The first one is Wills. I dance myself. I trick you again. Shout out to Anurus Sanchez. Shout out to Manuel Boazo. Thanks for being a fan. Thanks for being with us, for following us, for giving us that super powerful like, which honestly helps us a lot. We love it. And you too, remember to turn on the notification bell, give it a like, and share it. We're on all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, and we're also on Medium, which we've left aside a bit, but every now and then we're on Medium too. Head over to darkoburi.com, where we also have all our videos, and from there we can direct you to our social media. So check out all of them, visit our online store. You know we've got keychains, mugs, caps, and a ton of Darkoburi collectibles. So follow us on all our social media, share it, hit like, send us some love, everything. Leave us a greeting if you want, and as always, Darkoburi, peace out.
Darkoburi 赛我